Alright, last time we just got our first memory, and now our next goal was to go straight for the shrine to get more climbing gear, because that's what I've been making sure to go out of my way and get to make my life easier in this hellhole of a game. I thought a rock fell down. That's what I don't like about the rock pits sometimes, is I feel like you're missing one, and I guess that's PTSD from using bombs sometimes too. So from here we're climbing our way up, and then we gotta go head on close over to the colder side of things. Got a cricket. So now it gets cold, and unfortunately the warm doublet was not enough. I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't, so I didn't exactly prepare. Took a picture of the chill shroom just in case, because I feel like those are kind of hard to find. I don't really like the chill shroom, sun shroom things because it makes sense where they're found. You know, you expect a chill shroom to be somewhere cold. But the problem is that it's only beneficial in a hot environment. A sun shroom would be beneficial in a cold environment, but they're an opposite thing, so they're really annoying to track down, and I'm not particularly keen on it. Luckily, I made it with the peppers I had. I tried to play my luck a little bit, take a little bit of damage if I absolutely needed to, just to make absolutely sure it was possible right here, because it wears off, but I just decided to tough it out, take a little bit of damage to try and make the damage, make the time work. I had a vague idea of where it was, but not like 100% idea. Now right there is an icy Lozalfos, and when I say like the game plays with elements, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. A fire-based attack against an ice enemy will always one-hit kill it. That is a nice way to do it, and I'm pretty sure an ice-based attack on a fire enemy also works the exact same way. Right down there, I realized that I couldn't make it to that Korok in time, and I didn't really have time to fuck around anyway, so I just gave up partway through. I wanted to get it, but then I was like, no, this isn't worth it. But this shrine was a bit of a bitch to find. I heard my sensor go off a couple times, but the thing was, again, I only had a vague idea opposed to a precise idea, and with time ticking down, I was like, yeah, I can't afford to do this, and I eventually found out where it was. Remember how I said I hated hidden shrines? Yeah. Looking around for this thing, and it's right under my damn nose. Quickly go in before we freeze to death. Oh, that's it? Oh, okay, I can totally live with this. Thank you. Finding this was a trial enough. You got that fucking right. Pay up. Yo, bitch, I did it. Now that you've seen some of the princess's memories, you must have started to remember certain things. Not really. Here, I will hand this over to you now before I forget. This is something of yours that I have been keeping safe by a request of the princess. The clothing was specially made for you when you became a champion. Handle it with care. So, admittedly, I don't really wear this ever. But considering it's the best defense we have as of this point, I'll wear it for a short while. But in other words, I don't really ever wear it or use it. I mean, it's got this little added benefit of the health thing, but that's it. I want to go ahead and quickly upgrade this stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, sometimes fairies are hanging around the fairy fountain, but they usually leave before I ever even notice they're there. So I guess since they're right there. Actually, you know what? Let me get a picture of them. That didn't work. I think that worked. There. There. There's another one. Wow. I got plenty of fairies now. Anyway. Upgrading clothes. Yes. So first, I want to get the climbing shit done. That's also why I've been going out of my way for rush rooms the way I did, because I remember rush rooms being annoying to get. But I didn't actually mean to skip that. That's just kind of a habit in playing my 100% file. You know, upgrade the stealth tides. I'll give that a go too. Which required blue nightshades, which again, those are just hanging around right here, right now, so that's good. My goal is not to upgrade all the clothes. I don't care that much. And that's more the reason why I don't particularly care for the Champion's Tunic. So after this, you have to get some of the hardest and rarest stuff to get it to the next level. So each upgrade for this thing is really hard. At least at this point in time. I don't find it too bad because I understand the game, but like, yeah, it requires a lot of stuff we haven't even seen yet. But as for right now, it's our best defense, so I'm all for it. And I think now we can officially sell those trousers because I don't really care about them anymore. Alright, I'm winging it. I'm going in on this one without a plan. From here, we go right back to the Hitino Ancient Tech Labs. This way we can go to a little bit further south to find the last piece of climbing gear. I think I said that in the last post-recording, but yeah, we needed a piece of climbing gear. We got that. Now we're here to get the definitive last piece. You saw it right off there in the distance, but we want to get a little bit closer because we can't really glide from there to do it anyway. Plus, I know that over there is another shrine that we can go get along the way. So basically, my game plan is to try and get all these collected shrines in one area all at once, just to make it, you know, it makes sense. It's like, if it's there, why not get it? That's kind of my mentality with shrines, is if I see it or if I know it's there, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to walk by and ignore it. And these are kind of some easy shrines to come get. Now, looking around, you can see some luminous stone on the ground, and this is the kind of thing I was talking about. It glows like this. I'm trying to get in closer so I can get a picture, and it took a little bit for it to register. And since this is a safe environment with no risk of anything going wrong, I decided to play around with bombs. That little stall child kind of showed up wrong place, wrong time, which I thought was particularly funny. But yeah, that's what I mean about the luminous stones. They're a lot easier to spot out at night, and I just like them. I think they look really pretty. They have some cool benefits that are really useful later. They're fairly common in Monk Rock Grottos. You'll find a plentiful amount, and that's good because having plentiful amounts is good later. Right there, bullshit rain counter. I noticed it because I put the text on there first. Yeah, it got in the way. I was trying to climb up, and of course the rain fucked it up, so I tried to find a way to go around, and then thankfully by moving just a few meters to the left, it just decided it wasn't raining right there. I can live with that. I can't believe that worked. I'm sure there's a bow we can drop in exchange for it. What's up, friends? What am I using as my weapon? That's not bad. Oh! By the way, I've never really been... like, I don't mind the health meter thing showing up. It's just never been a thing. No, I want to keep that. It's just never been a thing I've been used to seeing, so it's actually kind of weird now looking at it. Oh yeah, it's a little bit late for that now. Also, I'm not sure if the game is stepping up or not, because it feels like some of these guys are getting a bit harder. I don't know if that's because I decided to do things the way I've done out of order, so now it thinks I can take it. Just take the remains of your friends here. Oh, there's so much. We need a new weapon. We need a new weapon. This will have to... No, this. Honestly, I was kind of hoping that the boomerang would last a little bit longer. I'm, again, saving the, fucking... these two for emergencies. I guess it's more working. And by emergency, I mean that shrine up ahead. Go ahead and ditch our bow for that as well. Oh, there's so many of you. That hurt a little bit. That actually worked. We're taking it, though. Taking them to the cleaners. Drop that. Take that. There we go. There is so much killing going on. Got him. Got them both. This is a super short segment, not really anything worth saying, but I just figured it'd be better to have a little bit of commentary here for 40 seconds than nothing. Ran around picking up the stuff, and then there's all this TNT here on the floor. Figured go ahead and have some fun with it. But apparently first I'm deciding on shields. I didn't want to get rid of the shields of the Mind's Eye because I figured that, like, between something like that and those shields that I've been picking up, they might have a higher number on it, but that doesn't mean they're exactly more durable. Like, they could probably take a hit, but like, I feel like the shield of the Mind's Eye is going to be taking more hits, and it won't be breaking nearly as easily. Guys, I think there's a shrine nearby. The sensor wasn't telling me enough. Okay, so there's a lot of shrines like this. Tests of strength. They range from minor, modest, to major. This was about the point in time where I thought to myself, maybe this game isn't meant to be played in any order you want, because some of these tests of strength are really hard to do early on. So, yeah. The one down there on that island below, that's a major test of strength, and I'm not exactly excited for it. But I actually like these a lot, because you're pretty much guaranteed to... That was terrible. Okay, that worked out. To always end up with good items from it, because anything they have on them is usually pretty good. That's also just fun fights in general, once you get the hang of it. They always end up having this little twirl attack, hide behind a pillar, boom, they get stunned. Trust me, these things get so easy later on. Jump out of the way. There you go. Modest, major, and minor, mostly varying on things like their weapons and stuff like that. Health as well. Well, that's not what I wanted to have happen. Quickly turn this on and then jump. Nope. Whatever. It's going too slow for me. Quickly. Alright, well, that worked out. That's the reason I didn't get a bunch of those, because oh, yeah. Because I thought about it, I was like, what if those things don't even last? What if they end up breaking really easily? So that's why I decided to keep my Shield of the Mind's Eyes, because at least I knew that was consistent. Also, they do this. Excuse me? Yeah, take the draft, and then you can get into slow-mo mode and lay it out on him. The idea is to try and aim for the eye, but he wasn't exactly being nice to me. I can't believe that's working. Oh my god. I really don't consider myself good at that kind of stuff, so the idea that I've hit it as often as I have, I'm very impressed with. Like, when I first found out about that, I tried to take some time to practice it. Give me a new bow. New bow. You gotta hold R in order to do it. It's a little bit annoying sometimes. That's not doing... Oh, that's thousands of damage, huh? I thought it was only... like... I thought I was saying like 400. Or, 43. That was expecting to be a slash. quickly go ahead and heal ourselves before it's too late. Damn it. Slice me! Damn it, I thought I got him. Yeah, this is not boding well for us. Like, this should have been over a long time ago. Alright, now once he's at this point, it's all over. Just go all in and wail him. Usually you're lucky enough to get him killed just in time. That's really good. That's also really good. Well, guess what? This shield's about to break anyway. Alright, well, unfortunately we didn't get any shafts or cores, which kind of sucks. That's about to break. Switch over to the Guardian Shield. I love the Guardian stuff, again. Well, I was thinking about it, and I'm pretty sure basically the Guardian stuff is considered stronger than anything else. Like, for instance, if you compare two-handed weapons versus Guardian stuff, a Guardian two-handed weapon versus like a Royal one, Guardians are going to be better. Same with one-handed weapons, same with spears. It's always going to be better. Oh, what timing. So, I love the Guardian stuff. And, in case it wasn't clear, this is always a full heal whenever you talk to the Sheikah monk. Alright. So, over there is Eventide Island. That was where How I'm Bad at Everything was done. And I only think it's fair if we go ahead and give that a shot, but first I want to go over there. And on top of that, I want to give myself a little bit of time to prepare for it as well. So we want to focus. I'm going to give the Edge of Duality a go, because I think that's going to be our best bet, as it's our strongest weapon. Hopefully I have enough stamina to reach this far, because it's a bit of a flight. My mistake was I was on this island and then I used Cryonis to cross the whole damn thing. And that was a very, very slow process. I don't recommend it. Just fly. Just barely made it. Alright, now I came across this while hunting, and I know you guys saw it. This is why I say always keep a Korok leaf on you. What you need to do is you need to rush and try and make it into there. I was confused the first time. I thought maybe I was supposed to shoot at it or something like that. I didn't understand what it wanted me to do. But the idea is move your candy ass into the circle before it's too late. And boom. I also didn't keep Korok seeds, so I suppose in retrospect I could raft myself to Eventide Island as well. That might also be a good idea. I don't think leaves break after doing this. Like, I haven't noticed anything like that, so I think you're free to do that as often as you like. Now, this one I'm not going to play around so much. We are instantly going in like this. High weapons, high defense. That's the way we want to get this thing done. This guy can hurt. Hopefully the weapons I have are enough to hurt him back. Thanks. Oh, that hurt a lot. Ooh. Actually, sorry, I got into focus mode there. Really hopeful, but I remember, I mean, for this, at this early in the game, getting the dodge attacks were best. Also taking advantage of the spin right here. I'm focusing and hoping a lot to the two-handed weapons, because those usually have some knockback, that'll play an advantage. Seems to really be favoring that spear, though. But this should be more than enough to knock him out. It's when he gets to the other parts that I'm a little bit more worried. And I did not get the eye. Come on. Or don't. Why am I sleuthing? Come on. Need you to turn around, my friend. Doesn't seem to want to work. Thankfully, it only hurts you once. Noticing. What are you doing, idiot? Come on. I definitely jumped to the side, but whatever. He keeps going for it. There, fuck you. There, I figured go all in on it. You're the next best thing we got. Oh, now he's running. If you can get him before it even starts, that'd be great. Well, might as well go all in since he's right there. He's still alive. Okay, we still got the Wind Cleaver. Which, by the way, can do that. Oh, right. Yeah, that's nothing. He's dead. Look how much better our axe is now, by the way. And now we got a better sword, if we can pick something up for it. I gotta figure out what to get rid of. Alright, thankfully that worked. I see one ancient core. That's really good. By the way, you know what, I'll save it for post-commentary. And one shaft. What can we drop? Let's get rid of this torch. We no longer need torches anymore. We really don't. Anything, like... I just don't find them all that useful. You can go ahead and use any sort of wooden thing as a torch. It doesn't burn out. I haven't tried it, but I'm sure Korok leaves can get past pretty easily, too. I just don't think torches are needed. But there you go. We got the full climbing gear. So now I'm going to go upgrade that, maybe cook a bit, and then we'll come back and go for Eventide then. Or I guess I could just do Eventide now since we're got our defense up. It might not be there when we make it, but it's an idea. That's one way to cheat it. Plus we got the extra health. I might try that. Yeah, I didn't forget about Wind Waker, and this is kind of the stuff that it's literally perfect for. I have certain things where it's like, I want to use this one for this theme. Trying to get this chest, it was a little bit of a bitch to get. It was kind of in my way, and then for whatever reason, it decided to go along the raft, and I end up pushing the chest for like the entirety on my journey over to Eventide. But this is so much better than using Cryonis the whole time. I tried coming coming up here in a second. I'm going to try getting it to turn to the right, and then Link decides he doesn't want to do things. But yeah, go this way. I'm going to recommend you land here, as this is your way of cheating the Eventide Island lack of save point. So, if you were like me, cryoniced your way all the way over here for like 10 minutes just to find out you couldn't save and you had to go to work, you'd probably be annoyed. As for here, you can save right here and then do the whole challenge, as this is like a 40-minute challenge. As a result, I'm not going to be live commentating it because how I'm bad at everything did all that, and yeah, it took forever. But we will at least show you the conclusion in some bits, maybe with live commentary. Alright, so here it is, the big one. I thought about originally just doing it all live commentary, but again, after really thinking about it, I was like, well, this is like a 30-40 minute challenge. That's a video in and of itself. I think it says right here 5 minutes. That's 5 times 4, that's about 20 minutes. So yeah, I was actually gonna cut it here, but like, man, a lot of these videos are just running along just a little bit because it's like, oh, let's get this one small thing out of the way first, because it feels like a good way to end the episode. And that's kind of what this is. That's what that last memory ending was. And then I think there was something else the other day too. But because of the dumb rain, I mean, it didn't exactly hinder me from gameplay, it just hindered me from doing what I wanted to do, which was to run around and get this shit. So I was trying to bide my time, waiting for the rain. Link sunk under the mud on his own accord. I know that happened a minute ago. Link sunk under because he was being a dumbass. Yeah, TNT went off, that guy was yelling at the water. A thing that's... yeah, because I don't know if I've mentioned it. If you put things by the fire, for instance, like if you put an apple and it gets lit on fire, it turns into a baked apple. That's basically applicable to every single item, period. So like those baked palm fruits, that's a result of the explosion, and stuff like that can happen. It's useful because like the seared steak, it stacks infinitely, and that's good because I actually haven't mentioned this to you yet, I've been meaning to. The amount of food you can carry lists up to about 3 pages. 3 pages, it's like 4 rows of 5, I think. 4 times 5, 20 times 3, that's like 60. So 60 dishes, that might be an extra 5 if that, so that'd be like 60 to 75. So that's why I'm pretty stingy on stacking that stuff the way I do it. Running around, I noticed that eventually the orb I was trying to look for is missing. Well, after I killed this guy, that is. I'm going all out, I don't care. Unfortunately, a little bit of fire kind of got in the way. I don't really get too much in terms of arrows around here. But this is where I noticed, I was like, wait, where the fuck's the ball? And luck was not really on my side with this one, because it ended up here in the water, and this shit is such a pain in the ass to get out of the water. Like, it'll hop, and then it'll just fall right back down, or it'll get super close to the edge, and then it won't be possible to build a Cryonis pillar. So I really don't like it, but luckily I was able to get it out after enough trying to get it to work. So yeah, trust me, it's a good thing we got this running at 4 times speed, because this would be long. I like that the stall children are just hanging in the background. They're like, hey, what's going on? And I'm just like, go to hell. I'm not talking to you. Because it makes you wonder, like, I'm positive this is how they wanted you to do it, but like, if you didn't know any better, you'd come to this situation, look at it, and be like, well, what do I do? And it's just kind of a goofy thing where it's like you have to think to do this, even though it just seems a little bit ridiculous to try and do that. Wandering around, right there I tried cooking the palm fruit, but I landed next to it. I was like, alright, fuck it, I don't have all day. Right there's a nice soldier shield. I don't know if I got the sword out of the mud with magnesis. I think I did. I mean, I know I did, I just assume I did it already. These guys, the best strategy is to go ahead and take advantage of the electrocution. Like elemental choo-choos, they'll be white. there'll be ice, electric, and fire. So if you can, when they detonate, they'll spread out. So they'll send out like a shockwave or a freeze wave or something like that. And that's what I used to go ahead and take advantage of hurting these guys. I'm trying to be very careful to leave all this stuff. I was hoping I could be able to just use fire to break that barrel, but it doesn't work. We're going to go ahead and cook all of our full heal stuff, and then our attack up stuff, which really they give you more attack up than anything, because like I was kind of hoping for defense up. Honestly, this is the second run. The first run, I had it, and I was at the very end, and then I took one shot, and then that killed all of me, and I was like, oh right, I don't have armor. So you gotta play it a little bit smarter. Part of me was like, I don't know what it was. I went down, I started attacking the Hinox, and I was like, I don't need to be doing this, but I did it anyway. And then I realized I didn't have a bomb ready for him, so I got the bomb ready, and then we burn off his things. And that's where I decide, okay, let's start using Magnesis on him to try and do some damage. It's really good, really effective. Remember, I highly recommend this. Just twat him about the face. It does a lot of damage, and that's like probably the best way to do it. Using stasis would be your next best thing, is if you could stasis the rocks and hit him with that. I tried going in a little bit more aggressively, attacking underneath him, but then he did a jump strike and then just kind of squashed me and killed me in one hit. And that was when I was like, oh yeah, right, we can't afford to do stuff like that. And then we end with a pretty easy one, since we still got our attack up, and I figured, I don't know if attack up affects things like Magnesis, I doubt it does, but I know it's got better use here. I wanted to go ahead and blow that guy up just because, and then I tried to come in and go swinging. That guy did a lot of damage to me though, so had to try and play it a little bit careful to make absolutely sure he didn't kill me. But then we come on in, finish him up, and I'm telling you, the brains kick in. I remember stasis exists, and then we knock that off in one shot, and boom. And that is how it's done. Trust me when I say do not underestimate those abilities that they give you. I didn't expect Magnesis to do as much damage as it was. Like, I was like, okay, these are going to break, then we're going to stasis the rocks and hurl it into his face. I didn't even need to do that. It turned out so much better. Like, this is how it's done. And, yeah, you don't get to keep any of your stuff. Right here, I figured I'd go ahead and speed this one up anyway. Apparently, I don't know why I did that part. But, I figured run around, grab the materials. That homeboy's still alive and trying to attack me, so I can knock him out. I look about getting that sword, but the sword's not really worth getting. Pick up what I can, and then just head on up into the shrine. Reed made fun of me when I did the how I'm bad at everything, but I'm not entirely sure he realized the idea is I'm making fun of myself. But I did it now, and I did great. Okay, we made it up to the top now. Yeah, let me get this guy. Yeah, we got him. I already showed off Prime Meat, apparently. This is my favorite place if you ever want to grind the Hinox. If you ever need Hinox parts, come here. And yeah, this is a blessing, as shown from the how I'm bad at everything. But you know what? That actually is good, because that might be able to get me another piece of armor if I need it.